I wasn't drinking. Like, I was just like, I'm going to go make a cake right now. And I went and I made a cake, and it was not good. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 1, because last was episode 0. Yes. Of Nasty Labs.
Nasty Labs.
Nasty Labs.
Nasty Labs.
And I'm your co-host, Kinsey Burke, and
I'm a co-host as well. I'm Mark Lentz. Welcome aboard. Kinsey, what the hell is going on today? How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic.
Well,
Thanks for asking.
All right. All right. It's about to be holiday. You're about to have Easter Sunday. You're going to get super drunk with your family on Skype or Zoom. And what else is going on?
Well, right now, my big project of the week is I'm cataloging and pricing all of my game strategy guides.
Where can one go to purchase all of Kinsey Burke's game strategy guides?
So far, nowhere. But once I'm done organizing them, perhaps eBay, because there's a few of them that I'm like, well, hello.
Well, hello. Well, what makes a strategy guide expensive? I really don't know anything about this.
It's kind of if the game has notoriety. Like, for example, I have an Ocarina of Time guide that's worth quite a bit.
Okay.
But it's not like that was ever like a rare game ever. But
right.
It's such a popular game that people start to feel nostalgic, and then that's one that they go back to. Same with like Pokemon ones. I have a couple Pokemon guides that are worth a lot, like $80.
Okay. Collectors, this has gone too far. We need no, but seriously, here's my thought. You should sell all of Kinsey Burke's strategy guides in one box, and it's labeled the Kinsey Burke collection.
It'd be a big box.
It'd be a big ass box, and they'd have a little bit of the piece of you. That sounded way creepier than I thought. Never mind. Don't do that.
Have you ever ordered something really big and really heavy online?
I haven't.
Because one time I ordered a mattress online, and the UPS driver, he was like, man, I've been looking at that box in the back of the truck all day, not being excited about it.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. I like that he let in a little bit about his own emotions to you. Yo, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
Come on, lady.
Yeah, it was great.
So this is episode 1. This is the official episode of Nasty Labs. Yay, Kinsey.
The pilot went pretty good though. I mean, we're gonna get the hang of this. It's pretty good.
This is a growing experience.
And our listeners can grow along with us.
They can grow along with us. They can send us horrible messages. They can send us great messages. Do that instead. Don't do the other thing. Especially since you're going to be moving over to Japan soon. We don't know when, but we do know you'll be sitting in the studio here with me drinking all of these alcohols when you arrive. Speaking of alcohol, I had a non-alcoholic beer. Wait, we should save this. Shit. No, I don't give a shit. Let's just go into the next segment.
Me, Kinsey?
All right. And our weekly, so we have segments here on this show. And our first segment every week is going to be What Up? And let's start with that. Kinsey, what have you been playing this week lately?
So last weekend, I decided I was going to drink beer.
Okay.
And then I was going to play games. My usual weekend. But I beat the game I talked about last week. So I was looking through Game Pass to try to think of something. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to play this other new game. But I hadn't downloaded it yet. And I was like, no, fuck that. So I realized I had downloaded Banjo-Kazooie.
But like the Banjo-Kazooie?
The Banjo-Kazooie. Like
you pirated the ROM and then you were ready to go?
It's on Game Pass.
The Banjo-Kazooie is on Game Pass?
Yeah, remember like years ago, Microsoft bought Rare and now they own Banjo?
Oh, I mean, I did know that, but I didn't know that like the N64 Banjo-Kazooie, that's the one we're talking about.
Yep. And I haven't played it in like such a long time because when I was little, I was like 90% of the way through that game and my little brother deleted my save file and I don't think I was ever more upset in my entire life. And I never went back to it until that night.
I see. Wait, until that night that he deleted the file?
Wait.
I never went back until he deleted
last
it.
weekend.
Okay. So, clue me in. I didn't play Banjo-Kazooie because I think collecting things is... clue me in.
Well, I like collecting things in games.
Okay.
Especially when I have like little percentages of like, yo, you got them all. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I was amazed at how much I remembered about this game. Like, I breezed through the first level. I was like, oh, yeah, this little Juji Bear guy is over here. I don't remember what they're called. Ginger bears? No, they're like gummy bears that you collect. I don't remember what they're called. Okay. And I was like, okay, there's one here. I remember what that is. Okay, I got to go do this. Oh, I remember how to beat the crab up. So I did that. And I got all the puzzle pieces like that and all the music notes. I remembered a lot. And I think I got like 10. No, that's too many. Like 4 stages in.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I got fairly far in just like one sitting while drinking beer. It was great.
Okay. That's Banjo-Kazooie, classic Nintendo 64 title from Rare, now on Game Pass. Does it live up to that childhood memory, or is it as good, or is it a little more collecty than you remember?
It does live up to what I remember for the most part. Sort of like all Nintendo 64 platformers, though, where like the camera's always just a little not okay. So
okay.
It still has a little bit of that. Although they mapped it to an Xbox controller, so that immediately makes the camera better than it was on the 64.
Oh, sure.
So that's really good. But other than that, yeah, it just felt real nostalgic and great playing it again.
Do you see yourself completing the game this weekend?
We'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, so what else have you been playing?
So one of the members of our Discord server told us about this game called Waterworks, which is on itch. And it's just like a free play in browser game. And it is so addicting. And it's a card-based, like turn-based, educational game about the water, like sewer system in medieval Poland. Does that sound like fun? Because it doesn't sound like fun, but oh my God, it's so addicting.
How do you make all of those words entertaining? And whoever made it, hats off to you.
There's like little tidbits of like history. Like first you start by people just going with like, you build like a dock at your little city, and then you have people with buckets who can take water to the citizens, because like the whole game is like resource management of these are the people who live in these places and this is how much water they need to survive, and you need to fill those needs. So, but it starts with like people with buckets, and then you can get like a water wheel, and you can like have horse-drawn carriages with water, and then you can start building a sewer system. And at every step, it like tells you this history tidbit where they're like, in 1578, like it's really cool. And it's like the way they do it, you can beat it in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's not that long, but it's just very satisfying.
Is it a puzzle game? Like it sounds first glance, or the way you're describing it, it sounds like SimCity.
Kind of, yeah. It's like that. SimCity meets Catan.
Ooh.
Because it is turn-based with cards, where you're like dealt a hand on your turn, and then you can like figure out how to strategize and use which cards.
Oh, so does that mean each time you play it, it's different? It's not the same way every time with the cards?
I think so. I've only played it once.
Oh, okay.
But that game's been circulating around the office a little bit at Chuhai, and we've been talking about how addicting it is.
Yeah, speaking of the word addicting, I would like to shout out our boss, Giles Goddard, because he always says Americans always say the word addicting, and that's the incorrect word. And I say it too. And I just want to say, fuck off, Giles. We know it's addictive, but we like addicting. The end.
That's true. It's not a word, but it is now. You know, I wonder if it could be like Merriam-Webster always brings in new words, and sometimes they weren't words before. Well, they always weren't words before if they're new to the dictionary. Duh, Kinsey. But like, I mean, if Jiggy's in the dictionary,
Jiggy, like
get
Will
jiggy
Smith
with
ass?
it. Will Smith, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's in the dictionary now. So, I mean, if that's in the dictionary, addicting might also be in the dictionary.
Languages change, Giles
Boom.
Goddard. They change. We don't speak the Queen's English, all right? We speak American. Okay, I'll see myself out. So,
well, on that note, what are you playing?
So as everybody knows, Monster Hunter Rise, is that what it's called?
That's the one.
Okay. Monster Hunter Rise is out, and I'm not playing it. I am playing, oh, this is so lame. I started playing Breath of the Wild again. This isn't even cool. I started
That's
playing
not
Breath
lame,
of the
though.
It's not lame.
No,
But-
that game is awesome. I've actually been thinking about going back to it because I haven't played it in like a really long time.
So I beat it when it came out, and I beat it again, some months later. But what I'm doing this time is I'm not speedrunning it, but I'm not collecting hearts. I'm not collecting stamina. I guess I am speedrunning it. I want to play it along like brutality mode, basically. Mm-hmm. And I'm playing Master Quest. And this is my first time playing Master Quest, and it is brutal. It is not on the plateau in the very beginning. It is unfair. It's just not unfair, but it's really, really close to unfair, and it is a lot of fun. Highly recommend going back to it, especially with Breath of the Wild 2 coming out soon-ish.
Someday.
That's kind of the reason I'm playing it, because I saw a hypothetical that it was going to be called Breath of the Past, like the new one.
Okay. Breath of the Past.
That sounds good, right? Link to the past, breath to the past, breath of the past. I don't know what it is, but
I was thinking it sounded musty. Like if
it does.
if a mummy started breathing all of a sudden, that's what I think.
Past. Time traveling through smells.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, I guess it's like a burp. You're like, oh, that was chilly previously. I'm gonna let that go again. So that's what I'm playing. Nothing new. I don't even know what I'm gonna be playing next. I want to play. I want to play a Devolver game, but I forgot what it is. I'm sorry, Devolver.
You should try Waterworks.
Okay, I'll try Waterworks. I'm only going to try it because it looks like every time I look at it, I think it says Waterworld. And Waterworld is one of my favorite movies. Shout out to Kevin Costner.
Have you been to the Universal Studios Waterworld show?
No, I haven't.
What?
I haven't. I know.
Wait
a
second.
I
asked that question thinking I knew the answer.
All right, I want to be clear.
This is a twist.
I want to be clear. I think I have every Waterworld play set and toy at my house. I have probably 3 or 4 like promo Waterworld hats that came out when the movie came out. I'm a pretty big fan. I think the movie's near perfect. It's a comedy, as it turns out. Like, you don't know that at first. You just think it's a bad action movie. It's a comedy. No, but I haven't been, I feel especially stupid because we may or may not be working with Universal Studios Japan, and we may or may not go there frequently. And I haven't gone.
Well, the stage at USJ looks very similar to the one in California. So it's a good.
You've been, is what you're saying?
I have been several times. I even went for my friend's bachelorette party, and one of the actors, one of the really hot ones,
oh shit,
like walked up to her and like put a bucket of water over her head.
Like consensually?
No.
Shit.
I think she was upset because makeup and bridal party, but it was pretty funny.
That's pretty tight.
It was funny to me.
Was it like the Kevin Costner character, or was it just? Oh, all right. Well, you know what? I'm okay with that.
It's a star
and
treatment.
also, that is one of the strangest bachelorette parties ever.
Going to the Waterworld show.
Going to the Waterworld show on your that is non-traditional, to say the least. I really like that. That's some weird mayhem you guys caused.
Yep. And we were damp.
All right. So we're moving on right now.
So if you follow anybody who lives in Japan right now on any social media, then you know it's Hanami season.
Hanami. What is Hanami?
Hanami is cherry blossom viewing.
Cherry blossom viewing. Go on.
And usually, like, cherry blossoms, obviously people know what that is, even if you haven't been to Japan. I would assume so. But it is a beautiful pink flowering tree that does not stay in bloom for very long.
No.
So it's a big deal when they do flower. And typically people go and have, like, Hanami parties where they have, like, picnics under the, like, cherry blossoms. And it's all pretty and they take pictures and shit. So
yeah. It's the shit. It's for a little bit more context. Like companies tend to take like half days, and you get really fucked up with your boss, and eventually somebody winds up naked. Somebody's yelling at the boss. Somebody. A lot of bad things happen, but for the first few hours, it is great. It's magical. That was a lot of inside baseball there about what happens in Hanami, but yeah, I guess it flowers for about a week, and it's just an excuse to get outside, and we can't really do that. And they're beautiful. We're not really doing that this year. No one really is doing it because of things.
Yeah, and I know in at least Tokyo, like a lot of the big grassy areas and parks have been roped off. So that way to encourage people not to have like cherry blossom picnics and stuff like that.
I didn't know that. That'll work. I had Hanami with a couple of my buddies last weekend, and I plan on having another Hanami on Saturday, tomorrow. But yeah, we're doing all the precautionary things. Don't come at us. Come on. But yeah, a lot of drinking, a lot of food. It's great weather. Japan gets really fucking hot and really fucking cold, and this is like this perfect window where you get to sit around in your Hawaiian shirt and hang out.
Spring and autumn in Japan are beautiful.
Oh man, I'm an autumn guy because I'm one of those dorks that has like allergies. So
I do too.
Yeah. So the weather's perfect, but autumn perfect time of the year. When you listeners come visit us, come in the autumn.
Yeah, it's beautiful. My first trip to Japan was in the autumn. And since it is obviously COVID and people aren't doing as many Hanami parties, obviously people can't travel to Japan on vacation to see the cherry blossoms. I was looking around YouTube, and there is a lot of those like 360 videos that you can watch in VR of people walking around like the cherry blossoms. And there's always like a bunch of old ones, but I've noticed a lot of people have started uploading new ones because, you know, people can't travel there to see the cherry blossoms. So I thought that was really cool.
Oh, that is rad.
Yeah, I like that. And on the topic of sakura trees.
Okay.
I wanted to name a couple games to bring it all back to video games.
Bring it back. What you got?
That have really nice sakura in them.
Okay.
So, first of all, no surprise to anyone, but is Okami. Okami is an absolutely beautiful game if you've never played it. It's so good, and it's been remade like several times.
Right.
So it's easy to find. Muramasa, the Demon's Blade.
I had that on the Wii. That game's pretty cool.
That game's awesome. I think it's so underrated because it came out really late in the Wii's life.
Right.
And then it does have a remaster on Vita that is beautiful. And it's so good. And that's one of those like Vanillaware games. So it has all the hand-drawn art and it's just absolutely beautiful. I love it.
All right. I love that game too.
Yeah, it's great.
That game gets a solid 8.5 Kinseys out of 10. Just saying.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. And a game that gets less than that is Proteus.
Yeah, the Proteus.
It does have cherry blossoms, so I put it on the list, but I don't know if you've played it. It's exploratory game where like it's kind of a walking simulator, but like I didn't really understand what I was doing when I played. And, like, I did a few puzzly things, and then your eyes close, and the screen goes black, and it's, like, the end. And I was like, what did I do? What? Is that... Okay.
Hanami.
Hey, it's got cherry blossoms.
Before you get to the next one, why don't you go to the last one first on your list? Yeah.
So, I think the one that everyone is, like... Why didn't you say this one first? Because it's number one.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure they're there right now. I haven't played it in a long time. I abandoned my village. But Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
I love Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing was one of those games that I go hard for like the first 3 months. And that's like all I do. I have like 500 hours in Animal Crossing.
Oh, my God.
And then I never touch it again.
So that's cool. I bought it and I turned it on and then I never played it a single minute. I need to go back to it. But we actually bought Animal Crossing for our studio manager, Mihoko. She hadn't played a video game since I think she said Super Famicom. She hadn't played a video game in 30 years, and we bought her a Nintendo Switch and Animal Crossing, and she has now put in, I think she's like in the thousands of hours.
Damn.
And she is a gamer now because of Animal Crossing, and really, thank you, Animal Crossing.
Made a gamer out of her,
for Hanami. But the last one, I wanted you to talk about the last one.
Oh, last one is Bushido Blade.
Okay.
Got some good pixelated cherry blossoms in the background of those fights.
I am a die-hard Bushido Blade fan.
Oh,
Die hard. All it takes in life is to be 16 years old, have a PlayStation, have some intoxicants, and that is the greatest. I think it's the best fighting game out there. The fact that it could be one hit kill, the fact that it has the Hanami and it has the bamboo forest and all that stuff, it just miraculous. And don't think I don't notice on Stop Skeletons from Fighting, the great YouTube show, that they use the sound effect of the "hoo" from Bushido Blade anytime he says fuck or shit. He uses that as the censor bleep. Because he wants to get more YouTube views and knows that he has. Yeah, no, I mean it's pretty smart. I love that he uses that sound effect. All right, you start it.
All right, and this week in the news. First story we have is, so a lot of retro gamers probably know that the new handheld system from Analogue, the Analogue Pocket, is coming out soon because a lot of people already pre-ordered it.
Right.
And it's awesome because you can play like your Game Boy games looking great. Because I don't know if you've played with an analog system before, but I have the Super Nintendo version and it's like, oh my God, it is like God tier. It is so good. It's so good.
So I have seen the Analogue Pocket, and I have seen all of them. What's the big deal? Help me out.
So the big deal about them or the story?
Let's start with about them in brief, because I don't fully know. I just know it's like it's FPGA and it's like perfect, but I don't know anything more.
I don't know all the stats and stuff, but it's basically like, because they have one for like the NES and Famicom and then the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom, and it's basically like a $500 Super Nintendo that is just like pixel perfect as best as you can get. Like, it's awesome.
Okay, so it's if I'm gonna play a cartridge, it's the best possible way to play said cartridge.
Yep, unless you're one of those people who are like, best possible way is original hardware. But and this is HDMI, so it's a lot easier to like hook it up to like a new TV.
I didn't know that part. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And okay, because HDMI, when I plug in my real Super Nintendo to HDMI, that looks horrible.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So this solves those problems, and it better for like that price tag.
Okay. Yeah.
But the Analogue Pocket is in the news this week because all those people who paid all that money to pre-order it thought they were getting it in May.
Right.
But due to electrical component shortages and a bunch of logistics issues, it is now pushed back to October.
Oh. Sorry, purchasers. Did you buy one?
I did not.
Okay.
I was going to, but then I wasn't sure where I was going to be living. So, like, since I found out I was going to Japan, I haven't pre-ordered anything.
Oh, I see. That was pretty wise. I have a couple buddies here that, because I know it went pre-order at like, I think it was like 2 a.m. in Japan. Mm-hmm. And people, I stayed up that day because there was also some game announcement. I don't know. It was a while back. But I thought it sold out like within an hour or something, or even faster. It was just like yeah. I distinctly remember people like being like, damn, I didn't hit it. And that was like 5 minutes later.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sucks that it's delayed, but at the same time, if they're having like problems with any of the electrical components in there, then it's probably better that it's delayed anyways. I know it sucks waiting longer for something so awesome, but with the money that people are paying for this, the more perfect it can be, the better.
Guys, you can wait. You can wait.
And it's not that big of a pushback.
Come on. You can wait. It's coming out now until October. Is that what you said?
Yeah, October.
Okay. So that seems like some not horrible news. Everything gets delayed. Corona. Come on, man.
Yeah,
What's
especially
up?
now.
What's up? Like, okay. What else is in the news?
So the big thing most people are talking about on the internet right now is that all of the Mario 35th anniversary stuff ended March 31st, which as of this recording was yesterday. So, and I know you played a lot of Mario 35.
Yes, I am heartbroken about this. I think my final clock was like 20 hours, and 20 hours in a Mario 1 game is a lot of hours. Just throwing that out there. That's a lot of hours. I fucking adore that game, and I'm heartbroken. Since they removed all these games, they removed Mario 3D All-Stars, they removed Fire Emblem, they removed Mario 35. What do you think is going to happen? They're not going to just delete these games. What do you think
my hope is that, well, number one, Mario 35 is so cool. I hope it comes back in some form, even though I don't really think it will. And Mario 3D All-Stars, it's off the eShop, but you can still find it physical. So it's not gone forever, but it's more limited now than it was. But what I'm hoping is that now that all the Mario 35th anniversary stuff is more or less over,
right,
they can move on to the Zelda 35th anniversary. Because that date came and went, and like Nintendo didn't say anything. And my heart broke into 500 pieces. Like, so I'm hoping now that the Mario anniversary is over, they're just going to take them in strides. I'm a little bit sad that the Fire Emblem 30th anniversary, like, that's really cool that, Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, they brought that out. It's the first time it ever came to the US translated. Yeah. And I feel like it didn't really get that much hype, and not that many people even knew it was there, but that's gone too.
So, I mean, I think I agree with the popular opinion that for Mario 3D All-Stars, they're going to break up those 3 games and sell them piecemeal.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's making money. You may as well make more money. And if they can lower the price point of each individual game, they could potentially get more sales. I feel like that's the main goal. And with Mario 35, I personally think they're going to come out with a new type of Mario 35, another battle royale game.
Maybe Zelda.
Maybe Zelda. Maybe Mario 2, maybe Mario 3, something. I think they're going to do that and basically make a seasonal battle royale game. That way it drives people to the Nintendo subscription service. That's kind of my thought. I'm hoping that they bring it back again in like a new format of like, I don't know, Mario 35 2 or something.
Yeah, I hope it comes back in some format. Hopefully it's just the start of, like you said, a new trend where they'll be doing that for some of their other anniversaries that are coming up, because Nintendo has a lot of those coming up. So
yeah. So if you were to play, did you play Mario 35 at all?
I did.
You did? Okay. Did you like it?
I liked it, but I was horrible at it.
It is hard. It is very hard. It's like a slightly better Mario 1. Like they fixed the physics just enough where it doesn't feel really slippery.
Yeah.
My question to you though is, if they were to bring back another Mario 35 style game, what would you like to see?
I would love to see Zelda personally. I think that
how
could
would that
be
work?
really awesome. I mean, everyone is kind of the same way as Mario. Like, it doesn't have the stages in the same way, but you can still have the, like, longevity where, like, if you get hit 3 times, you're done, and then whoever lasts the longest. Although, I also feel like those levels are going to be the longest levels ever. It's not going to be like Mario 35 where everyone's done in, like, 10 minutes. It's going to be like, well, we're in for the night.
But, I mean, really, you could have, like, a currency, like, you collect rupees to... for time, rupees for time or whatever. And, or you kill an enemy and that gives you time, and then you get rupees to buy like the heart pieces or something like that. Or a bomb or something that could assist you. Actually, that could work.
Yeah, or they could just cut out the overworld altogether and only use the dungeons.
Yeah. Only dungeons would seem to make sense. I'm hoping, and I know they won't do this, I'm hoping that they do Mario 2. And
I love Mario 2.
Mario 2 is my favorite Mario. I know it's the I was going to say redheaded stepchild. I don't think we say that anymore. I know it's the non-loved family member.
It's the ugly duckling.
That'll work. But really it's a swan. It's especially when I was a kid and you beat the game and you see the wacky, it was all a dream ending. It blew my mind. I love that game.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Well, that game gave birth...
Ew.
Sure. Gave birth to my favorite Mario character, which is Birdo.
Oh, Birdo is tight.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, I think his name was Snifflet. Or,
Snifflet.
I think that's Snifflet, the one that shoots the balls. I don't remember. And Shy Guy. What a great name. What a great...
I love Shy Guy.
He's wearing a mask and he doesn't want you to see his real face. He's Shy Guy.
I play a Shy Guy in Mario Kart now because they took Birdo out.
They took Birdo out. Birdo is...
5 iterations of Mario and Peach and Luigi, but no Birdo? I have strong feelings about this.
I hate Birdo in the final segments of Mario 2, though, when Birdo's only shooting fire. That's kind of a raw deal. It's kind of a raw deal.
That's because Birdo's lit.
Birdo's lit. Yo, it's Birdo. Yeah, I do like Birdo, and it's a good name too. Birdo. All the character names from Mario 2 are pretty cute. Yeah. Hey, Nintendo, bring back Mario 2, yo.
Yo, bring it back. I want turnips in my Mario.
Turnips. Yeah, I do too. That's a good point. What's up? Turnips and radishes.
I need turnips, radishes, and magic doors.
Magic doors. And you go to the whatever it's called, sub world. Okay, I'm ending there. I'm ending.
All right, and next up we have Call Me Up, where we answer your questions.
Call me up.
And if you ever want to ask us a question, join our Discord. It's all right there.
It's all right there. Go to our Discord, ask us questions. We will answer them as best as we can. Don't make them too vulgar. Sometimes do. I really need to walk back a lot of things I say. So what is the first question?
First question is, what is your favorite console generation, and what console generation had the best games in your opinion?
Kinsey, start us.
So I have been thinking a lot since I read this question, and I have like a lot of different feelings about it. So there's a part of me that I'm like a very logical thinker versus like thinking with emotion. So part of me is like, obviously it's PS2 because it has the largest library. So then everyone can find something that they want to play.
Sure.
So that's my logical answer.
Okay. You're already incorrect, but okay. Continue.
But there's so many systems that I love. Like the PS1 has a special place in my heart because that was where I discovered my love of RPGs. And a bunch of my favorite games are on PS1. But then I'm also super nostalgic for the N64, but it has like 2 good games. So that's not it either.
Okay. So do you have an answer for this, or are you like dodging the question as much as possible?
Little column A, little column B. But PS2 is the brain answer. And oh God. But in a way, what if I say something horrible and say like,
don't you do it. Turbo graphics. This just in.
I was gonna say something horrible like a new system.
Oh no, don't you do it. Don't you dare.
I know. I was like, the PS4 is the best controller, but the Switch is so good. Switch is so good.
It is. But both of those are the wrong answer.
What's the answer?
Oh, dude. All right, here we go. Ready? So to answer this question correctly, PS1 is this says favorite console. No. PS1 is the greatest console that's ever existed. And here is why. We've got Squaresoft banging out the hits like Final Fantasy 7, 8, not 9.
What? Whoa. Roll it back.
Roll it back. No, I only did that to prod you. I actually don't even like Final Fantasy VIII. We got Saga Frontier. We got Legend of Mana. We got Final Fantasy Tactics. Like that's only from one company, and there's so many other good games. Bushido Blade. We talked about it.
PS1 is dope, yo.
PS1 is dope, yo.
But you know, what if I just had a backwards compatible PS3?
Backwards compatible PS3.
I can play so many things.
But that would then be like saying the GBA is the best console because I can play all the great Game Boy games.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, this question literally says, what's your favorite console generation? So doing it that way is not fair.
Yo, listeners, I need you to go into the comments right now and say, Kinsey, you're wrong. The best console is the PS1, and it's not the PS3.
Well, the PS1 is one of my most nostalgic systems.
Sure.
But until later in the PS1's life, like when it had like the pre-rendered backgrounds, some of those games are so rough.
Right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm with you on that. Like even a lot of the Squaresoft stuff, it's a little dated. We know.
I mean, some stuff still looks good.
Hell yeah. Dude, Final Fantasy Tactics looks just as good now as it did then.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. I do want to say that I previously had a long argument with my good friend Liam Edwards, and he believes that Nintendo 64 is the greatest console, and I am a contrarian, and I just told him that the Dreamcast was the greatest console over and over just so I could belittle him, and it had nothing to do with my actual love, because the PS1 is the greatest console and my favorite.
Love it. Next question. What game do you love that otherwise was not well received?
Oh, shit. That's a hard question. YCKMD username. Yeah, you're gonna have to you talk. I'm gonna think this one over. Fuck.
So,
Oh, okay.
I think my answer is going to be. I got two answers. Okay, BioShock 2. Like, a lot of people talk about how it's like the weakest in the series and all that stuff because it's not done by different people, but it's so good. And I think Minerva's Den is the best standalone DLC ever made. It's excellent. It's excellent. And I also really liked Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, why not?
It's excellent.
Okay.
And I slept with an alien.
Banging aliens? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Why play Mass Effect if you're not going to do that?
I'm for banging aliens, all right? Like, when I run for president, that's going to be my platform. Banging aliens.
Perfect.
I guess I already mentioned my game that wasn't well received, and that's Legend of Mana. Legend of Mana. And we're in luck because it's coming out on Switch. Wait, is it out already? I don't know, but I think it's coming out on Switch. We're not looking it up. We're doing it live.
I don't think it's out yet.
Okay, good. I'm not that much of an idiot. I have played that game 10 times. It's absolutely awesome. Looks phenomenal. It was hated because people loved Secret of Mana so much, and it wasn't the same game, so people were a little frustrated that it wasn't what they thought it would be.
Well, that's why Final Fantasy VIII did bad too. And I love Final Fantasy VIII.
I like that you're saying that very sadly, and that's why Final Fantasy. Yeah, no, I mean, that makes sense. That's why I didn't care for Final Fantasy VIII at first glance. It took me a long time to go back to Final Fantasy VIII. But I'll read the next question. And that is from our friend Steven and our future new moderator, Steven. Same person.
Thank you, Steven.
Thank you, Steven. What are your go-to games during Arcade Game Center? Wait. Okay, I'm a bad reader. What are your go-to games during an Arcade Game Center trip? What do you play? What do you play at the arcade?
So if it's a game center, so in Japan,
yeah,
I gravitate towards the rhythm game floor. So poppin' music and taiko is my jam. Those are my favorite. So good.
Oh, like, do you have a song on taiko?
I always just play like the anime theme songs. They're my favorite. The Dragon Ball one is so fun to play. The like
Dragon
Ball head chala. It's so fun.
Chala cha cha. All right, Kinsey. What else do you play? What else?
And then if it's a U.S. arcade, because actually barcades are real big here.
Oh, sure.
And so either then it's pinball, and I have quite a few favorite pinball tables. But for arcade games, I love Crazy Taxi. Basically, I love arcade racers in the U.S., like Hydro Thunder, Crazy Taxi. I guess Crazy Taxi is not really a racer, but I'm in a car.
Sure.
And like the Star Wars Episode 1 racer, because you're like in the pod and you have like the awesome controllers. Yeah, I'm just lazy.
Oh, okay.
But there are a few. I like classic stand-ups too, because I love Crystal Castles and Quantum. I own a Dig Dug machine, so I also love Dig Dug.
Wait, you own a Dig Dug machine?
Hell yeah, I do.
I think that was the first game I ever played. I think Dig Dug was the very first game I ever played. I love Dig Dug. It's so hard. It's so hard. You think it's not. You think it's so easy.
And then a rock falls on you.
And then a rock falls on you like every time because you're an idiot because you're avoiding the flames. It's so hard. During my trips, in the U.S., I'll start with that. I have to play Lethal Enforcer. I have to play it.
Yeah. That game's so loud.
It's so Lethal Enforcer. Oh my God, I love it so much. Like, I especially love it when, like, in the bank, like when there's a lady that's like, "Help me!" and I like her animation is like it's a little dated, and there's not very many frames of animation. It's just like that. And like, or like when any of the other innocent bystanders come out, they like come right in front of the gunfire. Like I love that.
That era of shooters is so fun. Like Time Crisis and stuff that's in there too. Like all the like people you're not supposed to shoot are all hilarious.
Yeah, the old school shooters are my go-to. Time Crisis and that. And in Japan, it's not at every game center, but I still like Metal Slug X.
Oh yeah.
I can beat I've beat Metal Slug X on 2 credits. That's my video game claim to fame.
Nice. I have a Neo Geo in my house.
You do not.
Yeah, it's right there. You can't see it, but it's right over there. So I can play that anytime I want.
Do you really have a Neo Geo? Like, do you really?
Yeah, it's right.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I can't see it.
Sorry, people listening.
All right.
I mean, sorry,
right.
people watching too, because you can't see it from this shot. But yeah, we have a Neo Geo Mini in our apartment. It's awesome. And then we have one of the bajillion-and-one carts. But
okay.
To be honest, I really only play Money Puzzle Exchanger and Magical Drop. So.
Oh. Right. How big is a Neo Geo Mini? Roughly.
I'm a little bit taller than it.
Oh, okay. It is big. It's not like mini. It's not tabletop or anything.
No, and I'm 5'2", so it's just shorter than me.
You're 5'2"?
Yeah.
You're a short human.
Yeah. See, that's the weird thing about working remotely. Once I get there, everyone's going to be like, whoa.
Yeah, like I had no idea. Like that is a how tall is your betrothed?
He's 6 foot.
Oh, damn. So the whole like, hello, Kinsey. Like it's always like that.
Yeah, I don't think I quite go to his shoulder.
I love that. I cannot wait to see you.
How tall are you?
Oh, I'm 5'10". I'm not a tall boy.
Well,
no, I'm an average boy.
Just taller than me. It's pretty
yeah,
tall.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're short. That's different. I'm of human length.
Human length. I love it.
That about wraps up episode 1 of Nasty Labs. It's been great. What have we talked about, Kinsey?
We've kind of been all over the map. We got Mario's 35th anniversary death thing that the internet's talking about. We got Cherry Blossoms. We got Waterworld. We got arcade games. We were everywhere.
Everywhere. And tell us about our future release schedule of Nasty Labs.
So Nasty Lab will be every 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Was it Friday U.S. time?
Friday U.S. time.
All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and we will see you.
Wait. Where can listeners find you, Kinsey Burke?
Listeners can find me all over the internet at Kinzilla, Kinszilla.
Okay. And you can find me, Mark Lentz, at The Henry Demos on Twitter and all the other places as well. And where can we find their digital audio home, Nasty Labs, and all that other stuff? Where can they find that, Kinsey?
At ChewHighLabs.com and then ChewHighLabs everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the things, YouTube.
Yeah, so be sure to join our Discord and all that other shit, and you can ask questions, and we can talk, and we'll give you the inside scoop. Any last words, Kinsey?
See, this is a thing I can't think of. Thanks, everybody!
See ya.